Hello everyone, this is Jimmy Singh, broker owner for Supermax Realty in London, Ontario. Welcome to my channel Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. In today's video, I like to discuss year-end analysis for the local housing market and the stats for the month of December and the upcoming trends which I expect for the year 2023. So let's start initially for our folks. So as per our real estate board, we have in total 299 sales, which were down 40% as compared to December of 2021. And if I talk about inventory, we have a surplus of 3.8 months supply versus last December when we have only 0.4 months of supply. Meaning if no new listing comes on the market today, that is January the 6th, 2023, it will take us close to 4 months to sell all the supply in the market. And the average price point, folks, is sitting around 612,770, which is down 14% as compared to December of 2021. And as you guys know, average house pricing, the reason is it depends in any given month. If there's $1 million sales, it actually skews up all the data. So even there is less price in certain neighborhood, it will reflect differently. So what I like is basically Canadian Real Estate Association Home Price Index, which is actually more accurate. So let's see what the home price index here versus last year. So as per the Canadian Real Estate Association, 2022 December versus December of 2021. So they said the single family homes in London, Ontario, they are down 15.6%. And if we break down into two-story homes, they are down 17.6%. One story, they are down 11.8%. Townhouses, they are down 12.5%. Apartment condos, they are down 13.4%. Again, this is home price index, folks. So if you want information about certain neighborhoods, you live in Hyde Park, Sunningdale, Talbot Village, East London, all those areas are different. So you have to know a local realtor who can guide you what exactly is happening with the similar kind of properties in your neighborhood. So let's talk about historically 5-year data. So I just did some research and I found out, if I count all the sales historically, apartments, there are in total 669 apartments that were sold in 2018. If we see the history, in 2019, 680 apartments were sold. 2020, 774. 2021, 1007. And 2022, we have 653 apartments that were sold this year. And if I see condo townhouses, folks, it just shows you generic trend. So on average, they sell 1,000 plus units every year. 2021 was kind of anomaly. Market was on fire. So we have 1,366 sales in 2021. And in 2022, we finished with 1,039, which is at par with 5-year average. Single family home, folks, they are in great demand. So if I see all the property types, people still prefer single family homes. So if I see 5-year average from 2008 to 2022, we have this year 5,619 sales, which are less historically, obviously because of the higher mortgage rates and affordability. And let's talk about sales historically, what happened every year. So this year we end total of 7,639 homes that were sold, reported on our local MLS system. If I go for 2021, we had 10,950 sales. In 2020, we had 9,299 sales. In 2019, we had 8,976 here. So if you see the 5-year stats, the reason I produced this video is especially for the first time buyers, because sometimes they read and you know that I'm not very fan of media news or some of the YouTubers, because they just use switch and bait. They put a headline, but the content inside doesn't reflect what the headline is. So it is very, very important, folks, you work with the experienced local realtor who know the ground reality, who know, out of 20 homes on MLS, which are the top 3 best buys and which area has the good school ratings and all the other good stuff. And let's talk about now the trends and I see in 2023. So let's talk about the first opportunities for first time buyers. Folks, after last 2 years, now finally we are moving from balanced market to kind of buyer's market. So there's lots of opportunities for first time buyers, lot of supply, and then they can move to certain neighborhoods of their choice. Yes, the interest rates are higher, and I expect the mortgage rates to stay higher all 2023, maybe up to third quarter. Then they're going to give a relief maybe in the fourth quarter. So if somebody is counting on rates coming down, folks, it's very unlikely. We do have a Bank of Canada meeting January the 25th. So overnight lending rate, in my expectation, might go up 0.25%, because they want to set a right precedent for the whole year. So people expect that they are serious in their business to tame the inflation. So if somebody is expecting that in spring market, we will have all the buyers coming and then, the price is going to skyrocket, I don't personally think so. You can write your comment and below and let me know what your expectation is. Because at the end of the day, our government still wants 1.5 million homes to be built in next 10 years. How and why, I have no idea how they're going to achieve that, because higher rates are also impacting the builders. So let's talk about supply situation. So if you see, I wrote here demand side versus supply side. So what does that feel? The government is trying to control our real estate market from demand side. Example, their policies reflect it. They are putting, extra stress test for, first time buyers, because if the rate is, hovering around 6% or 5.5%, they have to qualify at 2% more, meaning they have to qualify at 7.5 to 8%. Thereby, less people will be qualifying at their current income, and they can't afford anything. So let's say if somebody is making a 100,000 income, if they qualify for 450 or $500,000, there's not much they can buy in Greater Toronto area. And secondary markets in London, yes, you can buy certain property types, but then again, another thing, they put the policy is foreign buyer ban for next year, 2 years. So that is another separate video. Maybe in a day or two, I will, produce and put on my YouTube channel. There's a lot of loopholes in those policies. Students still can buy in Canada if they live certain period and file taxes. Refugees still can buy in Canada. And then, the people who are on work permit, they can still buy provided they file taxes for certain period of time in Canada. So all those nitty-gritty I will discuss in my other video. So government is doing all they can to curb the demand side. If I talk about the supply side, I don't see tons of builders producing houses in today's market, especially in January 2023. The reason is, the borrowing cost is impacting the builders. And especially, the trades, they are in short demand. I keep talking about this in last 2 years on my channel, that a lot of young folks, they are not joining trades. They are not trying to become electrician, plumbers, roofers, concrete workers. So that put a lot of pressure of how many houses we can produce. We are still far away from 3D production of homes, because in Canada, the weather is such, we need specialized kind of framing, insulation for these houses to withstand the crazy winter market. So as I said, supply equation is still there. 500,000 immigrants are still coming to Canada. Students, refugees from all over the world are still coming. They still need a roof. And yes, a lot of them don't have income to buy houses, but they still have to rent, whether they rent one bedroom basement, whether they rent one bedroom apartment or two bedrooms. So supply is still a challenge, but as of now, maybe they can try to curb 2023 by holding the rate higher, so less people will buy. And I certainly see less sales in this year of 2023, but eventually, 2023, 2022, 4, 2025, eventually, people who are sitting on sidelines, they will come and buy homes. Because I'm a big believer of home ownership. I know what they do for your net worth, because going on a rental treadmill, folks, is financial disaster. You can certainly rent your house for a year or two, but if you make it a habit and rent your property for 10 years, trust me, you're financially way behind, and it's very hard to catch up, down with when you age. So another opportunity I see in the market is move up or trade up advantage. Somebody has a house and they want to buy a bigger property as their kids have grown older and now they're working. They can actually move to their favorite neighborhood or buy a bigger property, and there is an advantage to it. For example, if somebody's house probably January of 2022 was worth 800,000, it might be worth now 600,000. But at the same token, if the house they're looking was worth 1.3 at January February peak of 2022, it came down substantially, maybe $250,000, $300,000. For the trade up buyers, I feel there's a lot of opportunity, if they find the right property. At the same time, there's a challenge. The challenge is first time buyers help the move up buyers. So first time buyers have to buy the property from the move up buyers so they can move to the bigger property. So unless the first time buyers come on the market and qualify for better mortgages, it's going to be challenging year of 2023. I'm not going to mince my word and sugarcoat. As I said, the other challenge, folks, I see is for investors. The people who book their houses for investment purposes, maybe for flipping, assignment, I don't see a clear path or clear defined exit for them. Initially, they thought, we're going to just flip the contract, make the profit and move on. But now with the crazy high interest rate in private mortgages, even alternate lenders, they will have hard time because they will be putting money off from their pocket to sustain those investment properties. And last challenge I see is obviously appraisal and refinance issues. So a lot of people who got in debt in this higher rate environment, their properties must be worth less. Their properties are worth less what they were beginning of 2022. And for the last 8 to 9 months, prices are coming down in London. So those people won't be able to refinance and consolidate. So there might be pain for few people, and our London market doesn't depend too much on investors. So let's not talk about those, about foreign buyer ban, because this market is, too small for those investors to launder their money. And lastly, I see generational home, because mortgage rates have seen a lot of families will be buying properties with a basement, apartment, legal or duplexes. So if you have a property with finished basement or duplex, it will certainly sell faster in today's market. So days on the market has risen, folks. Last year they were just flying off the shelf, 10 days, 7 days over asking. But right now, if you're a seller, be patient, talk to your knowledgeable agent, listen to the stats, whatever he's showing for the sales and everything, and plan accordingly. Because this is a declining market, folks. It's very probable we'll have a rate hike this month in January and one more in summer, and your property might be worth less what is worth now. So play safe, and I think we are just heading to some kind of balance to the buyer market somewhere in the middle. And lastly, I'll leave, as I showed you, these are the sales for last 5 years: 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019. So if you can see, they're in the range of 7,000, 10,000, 9,000, 8,000 something. What do you guys feel that the sales year 2023? My gut feeling, I feel that the sales will be somewhere between 6,500 to 7,200, that kind of range, depending what policies government come up with. If we actually head to recession, I think we are already in one personally, but I think we will have a recession this year. But there's other factors we have to consider, like job market, how many people are getting jobs or losing jobs. So you leave a comment and let me know what you feel. How many sales will happen in 2023? Are you a real estate bull or are you a bear? What's your expectation is? If you have any real estate question, folks, call our brokerage, Supermax Realty, in London, Ontario. You can reach me at 519-933-2559, or you can visit my channel www.supermaxrealty.ca or Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh at YouTube. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day.